Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Love Kind Good. On this channel I talk about stuff that's going on, things that have come up and stuff that I'm moving through. These videos right now are more of a personal vlog of stuff and mostly emotional, recovery related, life stuff. Hopefully later on I'll be able to move into more exciting things. But for right now, this is the part of my life that I'm in right now. And so this conversation that I'm about to have is relatively difficult for me to talk about. And I'm gonna try to get through it without crying, so bear with me if I do. And hold space for me. So this past weekend, I had the honor of going to my cousin's Navy retirement ceremony in Virginia Beach, Norfolk. And this cousin, growing up, we were very close. She was the first person I came out to. She was the person that I played with as a kid. I remember her dad getting so mad at us because I wanted to play Barbies with her because it was her and two sisters, so all they had were Barbies. And but back in my early 20s, I was in active addiction and alcoholism, and I just so happened to be living in Norfolk at the time, and she ended up getting stationed there, and so once I got sober, for those who don't know that I'm in recovery, once I got sober, I don't know if we just lost touch. She had a family, she had kids, and I was a hot mess, to be honest. And so when she invited me to her ceremony, at the time I had just taken the job that I have since quit, but I wasn't able to commit to going, and so I had resigned to the fact that I wasn't going to be able to go. And to be honest, part of me was relieved because I didn't know where I stood. To be honest, I did things that were not very kind, I guess you could say. And so I wanted to go. I would love to have a relationship with her, but I was scared, and that job was my cop out. I could have, asked my manager for time off or something like that, but I chose not to. And then when I quit that job, I realized that I had no more excuses, and so I said I was coming, and I think I subconsciously made it a short trip because I didn't know how I would be received by her extended family, and we have since kind of chatted some, and so I knew that our relationship was mending, and she is a very loving and kind person, and has a beautiful family, and so I knew that it was going to be fine, but I didn't really know. So when I got up there, and my mom flew in from Arkansas to Norfolk as well, so I tried to plan the trip according to her dates as well, and I also had a commitment on Sunday, so that I didn't want to flake on, because today I try to be a person who honors my commitments and obligations, which when we were hanging out no, 17, I don't even know how many years ago, like 20 years ago? No, gosh, 22 years ago? Is that right? I don't remember. Anyways, dates are not good for me. But anyway, so it was it was about 2 decades ago. And when we were hanging out in Virginia Beach and I was drinking and using drugs, I did some, I was in a space that it wasn't healthy. But once I got sober, I think over time I have intentionally blocked out some of those experiences. Only because I guess I didn't want to remember the person that I was. And, but, moving forward, discovering who you are or who you were that made you the best version of yourself today is an important self-discovery and realization. So I get up to Virginia Beach, I hang out with her and her family, and I was well received. Her husband made us dinner, and it was good. It was a very relaxed atmosphere. I didn't feel pressured or anything like that, and there was just no stress and no drama, and it was lovely. Well, the first night, she asked me when my birthday was, and I was like, oh, it's in July. And she said, well, we got you something. And I was like, okay. So I'm going to show you. So they got me this like little Care Bear thing. And at first I was like, I don't really understand. It's cute. I love yellow. And she was like looking at me. She was like, you have no idea why we got that for you, do you? I was like, no. And so her and her husband sat down and proceeded to tell me a story, tell the story. And the gist is she was doing an errand and I was drinking, and I ended up leaving her. She was at the laundromat doing laundry, and so I ended up leaving her at the laundromat and going off, and I guess I got really drunk and I was driving, which you should never do. And I guess I called them from a gas station and they came to pick me up, and I was dancing and singing in the street or somewhere abouts there. Not very safe, apparently. And I'm laughing because it's easy to laugh now that I am not that person. But they got me in the car, and she was extremely mad, and which naturally she should be. And then I became very emotional and distraught and was crying and very remorseful. We know the story. But apparently the only way that they could get me to calm down was for her husband to go buy me a Care Bear. And I think they said they got me 4 of them. So I must have been really distraught. But the story, because I had blocked out all that. To be honest, I vaguely even remembered her being there and us hanging out. It was a bad time in my life. And after she told me that story, which was on the very first night that we were there, now as a sober person, an introspective person, a person who looks inside and wants to be a better version of themselves today, I went back to the hotel that night, and I had to sit with that story. I had to, I had to listen to them tell me that story, and, that's part of their pain and that I caused. And, okay, I'm not gonna cry. And so I had to sit with that night, and I had to acknowledge that is something that I had done. And so as I sat with it, more and more of the story started to come to me. Not just of that story, but of that period of time. And I had a lot of fun, apparently. I do remember some good times. I have a good friend who still lives in Virginia Beach area, and we were roommates at that time, and I do remember having good moments with her, and so it wasn't all bad. I didn't realize I had blocked it out until this trip, and so I had to sit with that and really give some thought to that. But the part that I kind of want to share is the beauty of being able to do that today. That is a gift of recovery. No matter how you recover from whatever it is that you're experiencing, shopping addiction, drugs, alcohol, relationships, just becoming aware. That awareness piece is the critical part of that, because once you become aware of your behaviors and your actions, and you accept that some of the things that you did hurt other people, and I didn't have a recollection of that, and that's not something that I'm proud of. But her and her family were just absolutely amazing. I actually wanted to stay longer, and I considered it, and I did look into it, and I had a great time. But I ended up coming back early. Well, not early, coming back on that Saturday. And I left earlier in the day so that way I wouldn't be driving at night. And the drive home was about 5.5 hours or so. And I had the opportunity to do additional reflection. And that's where I realized that I'm so grateful for for this space that I'm in today. I went to the ceremony and I remembered the ceremony, and I didn't show out. I was present. I was kind. I, was the version of me that I want to bring to the world. And that version today is way different than that version all those years ago. And sometimes that is life. We are shaped by our experiences, whether we remember them or not. They are deep within our DNA. And sometimes coming to terms with the things that we had done. So if you get anything out of this video today, just know that if you change your behavior, and you have enough self-awareness to change who you are, to become the best version of yourself, family reconciliation is possible, and you get to choose how you show up today. Now, there are some, bonds that, may never be repaired for some people, and that's where creating your chosen family comes in. Because having a support network of people who love you, as humans, we're designed to seek community and love and acceptance. And so that's an important part of being a human. And whether that's with your blood family, your chosen family, no matter what family, just develop that self-awareness to know that your actions affect more than just you. And just know that you have the capacity to change, and that when you change, people recognize that, and and people give you more grace than you think you deserve. Oh God. People do give you more grace than you think you deserve. I honestly didn't think I would ever have a positive relationship with her, because I knew that I had created some damage, and there were some family things that had gone on. But this weekend proved to me that because I changed, I was able to be there and be present. So I want to thank you all for listening, and I hope that you have taken away that self-awareness from this video, because it's a powerful part of healing. So I appreciate you all listening. I love you all, and I hope you take care. And until the next one, be kind to yourself and to everyone else. Ciao.